Hello YouTube, it's Nicole. I'm going to be talking to you today a little bit about a new company. It's not necessarily new for those that are pretty familiar with the ESL industry and market. It's called Itutor Group. They are a Chinese-based company. You can actually have the option of teaching either two. You either can be able to teach adults or you can be able to teach children. Now, if you teach adults, what's different as opposed to other companies is when you teach adults, there's no video camera, so you're not able to see the adults. You'll just be teaching them while they're able to hear you. And then for children, they have the option to be able to turn on the camera or turn off the camera. That's up to them. So that's one thing. So yeah, if you want to be able to teach adults, you're able to teach adults with Itutor Group. Now, let me talk to you a little bit more about Itutor Group. So Itutor Group, I think you most likely need a bachelor's degree and a TOEFL. And it's a pretty good company, but the only downfall, and when I say downfall, is they pay based off location. Yes. When I tell you that I got paid $5 per 45-minute sessions when I was living in Thailand, I just thought that was a slap across the face. Literally. That's exactly what I thought. To know that I have this teaching experience, to know that I'm a native-born English speaker, from the USA, bachelor's, everything, have all the credentials, qualifications. You're going to pay me $5 for 45-minute sessions? No, that's not going to work at all. So, unfortunately, I had to be able to eliminate the company because I thought I was getting paid unfair wages. That's the one downfall about Itutor Group, is they do pay you based off location. So I hear those who live in Asia, Western Europe, Eastern Europe are getting paid way less, $3, $4, $5 as opposed to someone who is living in the United States of America or Canada, and I think the most they're making is $7.5 per 45-minute sessions. But the thing is, the pay rate of $8 per 25-minute sessions goes across the board, which means that it doesn't matter where you are. When you're teaching for 25 minutes, you're getting paid that $8. So that's something that does remain consistent when you are teaching for Itutor Group. Another thing about Itutor Group I did learn is they do have strict requirements. Number one, you have to wear using TPR, red shirt. Yes, you need to buy a red shirt. I was not in favor of that because when I teach with my other company, I can wear whatever. I mean, not whatever. I can't wear like a tank top. I obviously cover it. But I mean, I'm able to wear like a t-shirt and like a sweater over it. No problem. One time I wore a full moon t-shirt and they said nothing at all and I was just able to cover it up. But yes, for Itutor Group, they do have a strict requirement. You have to wear a red t-shirt. And, you also need to have a background. Not like a full-on educational background. You need to have a background of these Itutor Group papers. It's literally papers that say has the Itutor Group logo and brand. So Itutor Group like plastered all over. So you have to make sure you have, number one, the red t-shirt, and number two, the Itutor Group backdrop. Because if you don't have that, you don't pass the IT test. And I've talked to so many people, and they have told me they're so excited to start working for Itutor Group. And the problem is they don't pass the IT test. And then they become very, very, very frustrated. They're like, what's wrong? I thought I got selected to work. Why am I not able to teach? Well, it's because of that minor little thing. It's because you did not pass the IT test with a backdrop. So make sure you have that. Another thing too about Itutor Group that they don't really mention, especially a lot of recruiters, you do get paid a little bit more based off ratings. So let's say, for example, you're teaching, adults. You have one teacher, obviously, me, and 4 students. And let's say, for example, all 4 of them they don't rate you, then guess what happens? You get paid that same rate. But if you're lucky and you have one or two of them rate you, you do get paid a little bit more. So another thing too to note is when you teach for them, you will be getting paid a little bit based off the students' ratings of you. But if they don't rate you, because it's not required, it's optional if they want to, then yes, you will be getting paid a little bit more. And if they don't, then you'll be getting paid the same amount. So for those that like Itutor Group, that's awesome. But I can tell you that I'm not a big fan of it because I think that's unfair that you should get paid based off location. I think you should be paid fairly based off your qualifications. But that's something that they failed to mention. So I just want to give you an honest review of Itutor Group. I no longer work for them because I know there's so many other companies out there. And what I'll be doing is the next few videos, I'll be talking to you more about different companies and what are the actual qualifications, what you should expect, and pros and cons from some of my friends who have worked for these companies. So for those who work for Itutor Group, that's awesome. Good for you. You're doing something good. But I, for one, did not like Itutor Group at all because I thought they paid unfairly, maybe because I was in Thailand. But for another thing too as well, if you want to be able to, leave USA or leave Canada and go to like Thailand, Vietnam, wherever, and start Itutor Group, just know you will not be getting paid as much as you are like in USA. So that's another thing too as well to remember. All right, so that's about it really for my video for Itutor Group. If you have any questions, let me know. Please subscribe. And if you have any questions about teaching English online, how to get started, what do you need, some tips in terms of TPR, I'm your girl. All right, see ya. Bye now.